Um, Seth, let's just go really quickly. The show's getting kind of long, but Seth, Fernando Tatis Jr., quick reaction to the 14-year contract.
Yeah, honestly, I'm with Levi, or I'm with Drew. I think actually this was a smart move. I mean, yes, there's always an injury factor. Anyone can get injured. That's just how sports works. Like, if you're going to give someone a contract, yes, there's always a possibility of an injury. And I don't think they give this contract thinking, oh, shoot, he might be injury prone. They give this contract thinking he's one of the best young players in the entire baseball league. He comes off he didn't win MVP, but he came off an insane breakout season where he was one of the best players in the entire league, and he will continue that dominance. And I think this is just a smart deal. You have him for now 14 years, which is your guaranteed success for at least, I bet they'll win at least 2 in the next 14 years with Tatis Jr. And I just think this was a smarter move than Levi's made it seem like. I think you want to sign your young players to massive deals to keep them around for as long as possible. And if it doesn't pan out after 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, maybe you flip them somewhere else and try to rebuild again. But I think this is a smart signing.
And Levi actually,
do you want me to give my take on this?
Yeah, but I'm just going to lay the groundwork a little bit, right? If you guys want to see us play any video games such as Madden or MLB The Show, that would be cool because Levi played MLB The Show franchise, and he actually signed Fernando Tatis Jr. for a 10-year deal.
Yeah.
And he thought that was a great decision at the time. So I'm just wondering how much different the 40-year is. But what's your opinion on that?
Well, first of all, my opinion on the 10-year contract I gave him in the game has changed because we still haven't won a World Series yet. But
you still play? Do you still play?
I was playing a couple months ago. I haven't played in a couple months, but I'm
get back on the grind.
I've had him for 4 years, and he's starting to drop off. He went from like a 99 overall to a 94, I think. So he's kind of starting to decline, and we still haven't won a World Series yet. But that's not the point. The point is, imagine this. 2015, Bryce Harper broke out, 22 years old, had the best season since Barry Bonds had. Even better than Mike Trout. He won the MVP, and he
got $30 million.
And everyone's talking about how good Bryce Harper is. 2 years later, Bryce Harper got injured, and since then, he's never been the same. Yet the Phillies still gave him a massive 10-year, $330 contract. 2 seasons into that contract, Bryce Harper he's basically been an average right fielder. He's been probably above average. I won't say he's average, but he's been like maybe the 10th best, but he's definitely not the best right fielder in the game. Probably not even top 5. I'd say he's probably 8, 9, 10th best. That's not worth a 10-year, $330 million contract. So the problem is, if Tatis gets a bad knee injury or a bad wrist injury, that could derail his whole career. Hopefully it doesn't, but 14 years seems like a lot. I do agree, though. I think it was Seth who said that they will win 2 championships in the next 10 years or something. I agree with that, but I don't know if that's only on Tatis. But yeah, I'll say.
No, of course they have a lot of other pieces too, but Tatis will be the main guy on this roster to help them win.
I think that Tatis in this 14-year deal, he'll probably make the All-Star game 7 times, go to 2 World Series, and I think they can win.
It's funny. They're talking about it right now on ESPN. He's hit 300 in his career. He's got 45 home runs. He's got 190-something RBIs in 143 games. So this guy is insanely good. We know what he can do.
Yeah. And
it's just hard for me to judge.
We have to wrap this up
140
soon,
games.
But my really quick analysis is that sports is all what ifs, right? Patrick Mahomes got signed to a 10-year contract, and he could get hurt and he could have a season-ending injury, but people don't really think about it that way. But Fernando Tatis Jr. is a once-in-a-generation talent, and if he gets hurt, so be it. You have to take risks in the MLB. And if he gets hurt after maybe 5 years, and then he never is the same, you can still trade him. It's not like a guaranteed, it is guaranteed 14 years, but that doesn't mean he's going to be guaranteed 14 years with the Padres specifically. He could be cut, he could be traded, whatever. But I like the move. I think there's a lot of risk, but there's a lot of reward. And at the end of the day, if the Padres want to compete with the Dodgers, etc., they need to have Tatis in there for a long, long time.
It's a great way.
I'll just say my closing argument. You compared it to Mahomes, and I'll just say Mahomes. He got signed to his deal after being the MVP and winning a Super Bowl MVP.
Tatis was close,
and Tatis has not made to a World Series, and he did make the playoffs once, and he has not won any awards. I think he was maybe third or fourth in MVP voting.
Yeah,
this
he was
year.
third in MVP voting.
Yeah. So,
Which
but
is really
I
good for
don't know.
23.
Yeah.
22?
22-year-old.
22.
Yeah, 22. But Lorenzo, I know you're not a big baseball guy, but just purely from a financial standpoint, I don't know exactly how much money this was. I'm guessing it's closing up on $500,000, maybe more than that.
$500 million.
Would you? It's $1 billion.
$500 million, right? Isn't it like 450 something?
Yeah, that's what I said.
million?
Closing in at $500 million.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said $500,000. Sorry.
Oh, maybe I did. $500 million. Lorenzo, just from a purely financial standpoint, obviously there's injuries in all sports. This is a superstar type player. Compare him to a Patrick Mahomes type player. Would you do this?
Yeah. No, as a GM, I would always give an 8-year deal max. Like, that's just to make sure also with a young player, 8 years, you get in your 30s. In your 30s, you actually see if their prime has fallen off or if they can continue playing at their high level. A 14-year deal, you have to be 150% certain about a player if you're going to take that risk.
That's a good point because Tatis, this contract will be up when he's at 36 years old. So maybe when he hits 32, even if he brought you 2 chips, you're paying an older guy still, what, $50 million
could trade
a year
him at 32.
Yeah.
At the same time, it still can't be as bad as what the Angels are paying Albert Pujols to do nothing. Because Albert Pujols literally just walks on the field and gets a strikeout and then does bad defense at first base, and he's getting like $25 million a season.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. But we're going to wrap this up. Levi, is there any literally 30 seconds Mariners news?
Honestly, the only news that we have is, and I think we've already touched on this, maybe we haven't, but we re-signed James Paxton. So James Paxton, he returns. Taijuan Walker is also rumored to be talking to us as well, but I don't know if we're going to give him, he seems to be asking for $10 million on a 2-year deal. I don't know if we're willing to give him that. I think we're more looking for a 1 year, maybe $3 or $4 million. But yeah, James Paxton coming back, and people are basically kind of saying that we fleeced the Yankees in that trade because we got Justice Sheffield for him, and Sheffield has had a really sort of breakout season for us last year as a rookie, and now we got Paxton
then we got
back.
him back. Yeah.
And considering that Paxton on the Yankees, basically he was a pretty solid. They wanted him to be their ace, but he got hurt, and then last year they wanted him to be their number 2 guy, and he was fine as a number 2 guy, but I don't know. Clearly, they didn't think he was good enough to stay with the team. They went out and got Corey Kluber instead, and then now we are the ones who end up with Paxton.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish up this episode, but really quickly, yeah, we needed a good number 1, maybe number 2, depending on how good Marco is next year.
I think he's a solid number 2 for us.
Yeah, really good signing. But other than that, the Mariners news is pretty much we're not doing anything.
Pitchers and catchers today. Pitchers and catchers are in Arizona.
But bottom line, we're a bottom 5 team in spending in cap.
Yeah, just
this year.
The MLB fan poll came out, and the Mariners are given a 1.9% chance to win the AL West. So it's pretty solid there.
That's low. Okay,
the
I'll
Angels,
give you mine.
That is really low.
The Rangers had 0.8. And guess what the Orioles had? 0.0.
Well, I'll give you my odds. I have the Mariners with a 3% chance. I have the Mariners at 3% to win the AL West, and I have a
10% chance.
And I have them at 5% of getting a playoff spot. So, I think, and I have them at 27
and
on the power.
If you want to hear more about that, comment down below. Okay. Oh yeah, MLB Power Rankings. We're gonna be doing that very, very soon. Comment down below if you're excited for that. But thank you guys for watching this episode. Thank you, Lorenzo, for coming on the show. Please comment down below if you think Carson Wentz is getting traded to the Colts. Lorenzo, where did you think he was gonna go?
I think he's not gonna go to the Colts, but I don't know where he's going. I think the Colts.
So Lorenzo doesn't know where he's going. Levi thinks he's staying at the Eagles.
Yep.
Seth, I don't know if he weighed in. Colts, and I have Colts as well. But comment down below what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. This is the NW Sportscast. Peace out, and leave a like. See you guys.